It's all an Australian affair to see who is going to meet up with the Crusaders in the grand final of the Super 15 competition for 2014. It's the Waratahs at home hosting their fellow countrymen, the Brumbies. Hello everyone and welcome along to Cornflakes Group, your home of Rugby Challenge 2 and the Super Rugby season where we have been following the Cheifs. But as their exit in the competition came about last week in the playoff matches, we decided to have a full look at the semi-final and final matches played out for the actual competition. As for the Cheifs, we may revisit them soon, but as for now, let's have a look at what the competition has to offer. The Waratahs, the home team and probably the form team of the 2014 season, Wallaby laden throughout with the addition of the South African Pochita in the second row. He has been a revelation for them with his South African style of rugby into this forward pack. It is a super backline the Waratahs possess, with Phibbs and Foley leading the ship, with Beale and Adam Ashley Cooper in the centres. You can't really get much better than that. Alofa and Horn on the wings, two very talented players with none other than Israel Folau at fullback. That is a very good backline the Waratahs have to call on. Their opponents will be the Brumbies, and well, I guess for Australian rugby, the good thing is one Australian side will be going into the grand final after tonight. Again, you have a look at this Brumbies team, probably doesn't have the same big Wallaby X-Factor power as the Waratahs, but there's some big player names in there. Alexander, Vardy and Moen, White, Tumua, Lilafano, Kurandrani, and of course Henry Spate. The big bulldozing destructive winger out there on the right will be a key man in how they attack. Can the Brumbies knock off the Waratahs? This is a big Australian derby match. Who's going to take their place in the final? It'll be the Brumbies who will kick this match off. Semi-final number 2, Super Rugby, we are underway. The ref blows his whistle and up goes Hoyles, takes down the first ball, and they've lost it straight away to Kurandrani. What a start here, and the Brumbies have got the first use of the ball. Or are they going to keep it though? I think they're going to lose it straight away, and they do it back to the Waratahs. Phibbs goes to Palu. Palu offloads to Adam Ashley Cooper. Adept playing on the wing. Can he find support? Oh, he does! Brilliantly to Horn. And Horn is dragged down just. Good defence from the Brumbies, isolating the players out there. Phibbs again. Big ball to Adam Ashley Cooper. Resets beautifully. Goes around the outside of Kurandrani. And he finds his way to the try line. Lilafano, Kurandrani, Morg. Big Wallaby names can't beat and catch the explosive man of Adam Ashley Cooper. What a play by him. The outside centre, if you rewound that a little bit more, you would have seen he was instrumental at how that first line break took place. He had the hand out to fend away Morg. He was swatting at him like a fly, but he didn't need to. He had enough pace to go all the way, straight through the heart, and straight past Lilafano. Along comes Morg. Kurandrani's there. All the big names in the Brumbies defence just got left for dust by none other than Adam Ashley Cooper. Great try. Kick us off here. Brumbies are behind the 8 ball already. Brennan Foley to make it 7. And 7 it is. Great kick. The Waratahs take an early lead here. 7-0 over the Brumbies. After just 7 minutes as well. White will kick us back off, and he's really going to have to rally his troops here as up goes Kibu, takes it, and Palu knocks on. It's ball here for the Brumbies, and they look out to the backs. Lilafano goes short, and Power gives it to Vardy, and Vardy goes to ground. Advantage is over. Short pass, Moen. Moen gets hammered.
Release.
And the Waratahs want this ball back as White goes to Tumua, pops it back on the outside for Lilafano, going back to Vardy, and it's a good run from Seo. Scott Seo goes to ground.
Release.
The Waratahs still trying to ever get that ball back, as now they look to the right. Kurandrani was looking out there for Spate. Couldn't find him again. It's Vardy that looks for Spate, and he's well wrapped up as the Brumbies looking to keep their phase play going. And Vardy takes it to ground again, and it's the Waratahs all over the ball. They go short side, White. White skips out of 1 and 2. Takes a third with him and then loses a ball. Hoyles takes it over. Foley picked up and he throws a forward pass. That's picked up from Man Ray. And the Brumbies get the ball back and Man Ray's been injured. Oh, this is a big blow here for the Brumbies. Already short on hookers. This will hurt them. And Saliva's coming on. Well, that's a big change, number 20.
Crouch. Tuck.
Big change for the Brumbies in the front row.
Set.
It's a scrum to back down. White puts it. And a big shove here from the Waratahs will get their ball back. Surely it is back for Phibbs. Phibbs comes up with it. He feeds it quickly to the key man at the moment. Adam Ashley Cooper waits for a loafer. Feeds him beautifully. Now he splits him in half. And he just gets dragged down from Mogg. He was looking to centre the ball in field where his support was. Phibbs, big ball wide for Horn. Horn opens up, takes the tackle. Pilota now says, I'm not running all that way. Gives it to Adam Ashley Cooper. Finds Pilota now again. And this time he's still not keen on running. Kepu gets it. And Pilota now again finds himself with the ball. Wide they go. Beale, Brush will touch to him, finds Foley. Foley cuts him in half. Gets taken as the gap closes. Good defence from the Brumbies. Here's Pochita, back for Douglas. The second rowers combining beautifully to put him in him. Ashley Cooper finds a loafer again. He slips through, just gets away from Kurandrani, but he gets taken down as the defence comes on him. The Brumbies might turn this over. They do. It's ball back for the Whites of the Brumbies. Oh, a step there. Nicely controlled. And Butler goes to ground. Here's White, offloads in the tackle nicely to Coleman. And Coleman goes to ground and Kepu. The prop turns him over and throws an intercept. It's Tamula. Got the ball back for the Brumbies. White gets hammered. The Waratahs all over him. Big time defence on Nick White. Now it's going to be Alexander who has to play scrum half. He finds Tamua. And again, it's Seo, the forwards doing the work at the base of the rucks. Chipped over the top. Not a bad tactic, but Folau's messed it up. Oh, big mistake from Folau. And the touchline is all that stopped Henry Spate from scampering over in the corner. Christian Leleafano, great kick from the inside centre. And Pilota now will throw in. Oh, and that's horribly off the mark. The ref instantly calls that not straight. And the Brumbies, well, they've got a massive chance here. They'll have the option. Scrum, line out.
Crouch.
They opt for the scrum.
Touch.
Given their last scrum, I don't know how good of an idea this is. And it goes from White. It's a steady one so far. Oh, the Waratahs, look out. Big thunderous heave there. And they might just turn this over. They do. And away comes Palu. He rumbles it straight to the forwards. Foley gets a big gap. He's taken from Tamua, but it's Beale. Back to Foley. Offloads to Ashley Cooper. A loafer. Just gets taken in field from Mogg. Then he finds Hoyles. Finds Pochita. Keeping this alive, the Waratahs. Palu again. Pilota now changes his mind. Goes back to Phibbs and Adam Ashley Cooper. Back to a loafer. He's going to grab this through. Oh, it's Adam Ashley Cooper. No, he can't get it back. That is well played. This is knocked on. Beautifully tackled as a loafer. This time, third time lucky. What a segment of play there from the Waratahs. That stuff is worthy of a final by itself. How they kept persevering. Look at Adam Ashley Cooper. How did he not get his hands on that ball? Mogg was trying to kick it out. He knocked on. It was picked up beautifully from Phibbs. And then the inside ball, a loafer. Finding his man. How he got even allowed to let that carry on. That was a late tackle. Big smasher from Beale. Oh, it was all on here for the Waratahs. Great play from them. And never say die. Never say into touch at all from the Waratahs. Attacking flair right from the outset. What a first half it's been. That last passage was just phenomenal rugby. And Foley will end the half. The Brumbies will probably be thankful because that was a real runaround they gave them. Clinical stuff from the Waratahs. And they will go to the sheds, leading 14-0 at half-time. That second try was just top-class stuff. So half-time is 14-0, and the possession stat here is the first thing we see. It's pretty even. The Brumbies should be quite disappointed that they haven't managed to get themselves on the board, despite being just about on even par with the Waratahs as far as possession goes. They even won our territory, the Brumbies, 54% of that. But there, the next line is the one that really kills them. Line breaks, 4-1. The Brumbies only made one line break in that whole half of rugby. Handling errors, the Waratahs, they're a bit shoddy today, 10 of them. The Brumbies just making one. Tackles, an even stat there, kicks even. And scrums, well, both have gone the way of the Brumbies, but they have not won much at all when it comes to scrum time. They also have the injury to Man Ray, which is not going to help them. Of course, they're missing plenty of hookers, like Moore, for example, just the one, but goodness me, trouble times to be a Brumbies hooker at the moment. And will they be able to survive into the grand final? If they can make it, it's going to be a tough shuffle for their forward pack. 14-0 at half-time, the Waratahs lead. Let's get back down to the second half and see who will join the Crusaders in the Super Rugby final. Well, the Waratahs should be on top of the world, really. After that last little passage that they just took part of just before half-time, they should be absolutely buzzing. Here's a look for trying to get on that ball, but it's picked up from White on his own 22. It'll be Carter. Short pass. Oh, and Butler's been hammered.
Release.
Huge shot on Butler, just standing there, gets absolutely smashed. Tamula gets man and ball at the same time. Great tackle from Phibbs. Slow man getting up there for the Brumbies. As now it goes to Lealefano. It was clear that that's what the Brumbies wanted to do, was kick. Lealefano gives off to Beale. Good chase there from Kurandrani. Now Douglas trying to get around the outside. Great ball to Phibbs. Oh, that was a good ball now. Oh, Phibbs has injured himself. Big blow here for the Waratahs. Luckily, though, for the Waratahs, they have an adequate replacement in McKibben. But boy, that has looked like a nasty shoulder injury as he hit that tackle. Phibbs is off. McKibben, an adequate one-to-one replacement there for those two. But I don't know about the Brumbies. Man Ray getting replaced
Touch.
by Saliva. I'm pretty sure he's not a hooker.
Sit.
But I could be wrong there. Will be research time after the match for sure. But it's a scrum feed for McKibben. First thing on the field. It's a good solid scrum. The Waratahs will want another try. They'll want to put this game to bed as soon as possible. Palu, he runs off by himself, and McKibben. Oh, beautiful ball again from McKibben. Finding Foley. He goes wide to Lofa. He has had numerous opportunities. Mogg again takes him at the back. What a battle between Alofa and Jesse Mogg. Beale plays scrum half to Ashley Cooper slips in. Oh, tried to feed it to a man off his shoulder. Couldn't find the support. And the ball falls to the Brumbies. White goes back to Tamua. And he pumps it down the middle of the park straight to Folau. And Folau turns. He is running away from them. Oh, big shot on Folau. But he's got them back towards the 22. There's McKibben. Beale. Douglas. Good offload to Ashley Cooper. Through once again is the outside centre. And he sets it up right in front of the sticks. Left and right, readily available. McKibben goes himself, finds Polana now, and Alofa. Fully deserved. Try number 2 for him. He has been cutting them up all night, you have to call it. He has been the best attacking weapon in a blue jersey for the Waratahs. He was rewarded with that final try before half-time, and now he gets the easier one. Polana now drew in the defence and an easy offload in the tackle, wrapped up round the legs. But how about Adam Ashley Cooper? How good has he been? He has torn the Brumbies to shreds. Here's McKibben. Here's a tackle, round the legs, easy to offload for a man of Polana's hands. And Alofa, well, he has been a great addition. Filling the spot on the wing. Super speedy player. And he's got the skills to match. Here's Foley. And Foley nails it. Easy one for Brendan Foley. He makes it 21-0. And the Brumbies here are going without a trace. What have they got in store? Can they find a way back in this match? It'll be kicked off from White. Goes deep down, taken beautifully from Palu. Pochita offloads to Hoyles, and Hoyles rumbles through, looking outside, finds a loafer. That's a good play. That's not a good pass from a loafer though. McKibben comes up with it, dives on the loose ball. Again, the Waratahs will set it up. Hooper, Palu, nice pass to Bill, and now Bill's in the action. He had Adam Ashley Cooper, couldn't find him in support, and now the Brumbies look to come back to Miller, finding Kurandrani. Ball back inside, it's a nice one too for Butler. He steps away, goes back to Kurandrani, outside for Liliafano. Now it's Spate on Horn, and Horn slows him down enough, and Pulana now finishes the job. Good defence from the Waratahs. And now they'll get this ball back, no question. And they'll go back to Foley, and he'll pump it downfield over the head of Mogg, who's put a foot in touch. Oh, dear me. Mogg has messed that up big time for the Brumbies. So now they get the line out on halfway. Pulana now has been very good. Finds Pochita. McKibben to Foley. Foley offloads an attack all around Ashley Cooper. And he is busting through once again. Grubbers it through for Beale and a loafer. Can't find the mark. It's picked up from Kurandrani, who sweeps away one. And then the tackle from Tamil, he pumps it downfield. Oh, Liliafano pumping that one away. It was almost desperation there for the Brumbies. It's another line out though. Pulana now, throw in. Again, he goes to Pochita at the front. McKibben goes to Foley, who spots a big gap just at the base of the line out. The Brumbies can't turn that over. The Waratahs retain. Go for a bit of a run to Beale. All the defence closes up as McKibben out the back door. Finds Kepu, goes to Horn, and Horn is hammered. Big tackle there on him. Still ball with the Waratahs. Foley, what a pass! And he just about slides through again, but he loses out. And the ball goes back to the Brumbies as they look wide. Oh, Alexander coming up against Palu, and he has been hammered. Waratahs not too keen on leaving the ball in the Brumbies' possession at all as Beale offloads to Robinson. Adam Ashley Cooper Douglas finds himself on the runaround. He goes to pull it now. Foley goes wide all over a loafer, finding the hat trick and the corner. He gets it. What a try. What a match from a loafer. Out on the right wing. He has been phenomenal. He gets his third try and he becomes X Factor #1 for the grand final. And once again, look who fed that ball. It was Pulana now. And then it was a big race into the corner. No one will catch a loafer that close. He has some wheels. Oh, some great interplay there from the Waratahs. Maybe went a bit early there, Foley, but it didn't matter too much. Alofa had plenty of speed, and he gets over for a hat trick of tries in a Super Rugby semi-final. Great effort from him, and he will go with a huge amount of confidence into the grand final. How's Foley going to finish this match up? Final act of the match, Brendan Foley. Oh, he starts there far too wide. Doesn't come near enough to coming around. It's a misconversion, but the game in the bag. The Waratahs have done the Brumbies big time here, 26-0. And they will go on to the Super Rugby Grand Final, where they will find the Crusaders ready and waiting. The match will be played here, of course, and it will be a cracker as the Waratahs finish top of the table. So they will top anyone when it comes to home advantage, being the top qualifying side of all the conferences. Here is a wrap of the match. So the Waratahs go to the final. It was all decided very early on, 26-0. The Brumbies didn't even get a chance. The Waratahs 4 tries, 1 to Adam Ashley Cooper and 3 3 tries to Alofa. An absolutely superb match from the young winger. Foley got 3 out of 4 from the kicking tee to wrap up 26-0. Nothing to report by the Brumbies, apart from their injury to Man Ray, but that won't affect them now as they are out of the competition. Of course, as for the Waratahs, an injury to Phibbs, not the best. Eventually see if he is fit for the next match. The full-time stats, well, Waratahs nudged our possession, they nudged our territory, both teams with the injury, but the big killer is the third from the bottom, line breaks, 10-2. The Brumbies are not going to beat anyone with just 2 line breaks. That is just poor, very poor stuff from the Brumbies. So that is us for today. I'll be at the grand final where the Waratahs will face the Crusaders. That is going to be huge. Who will be crowned 2014 Super Rugby Champions? You have to stay tuned for that one, coming extremely soon, and I'll be there bringing you the match just like today. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Until then, take care.